Did you know that the Pew Research Center recently confirmed that nearly 3/4 of the U.S. population uses social media? If you weren't already aware of heavy side effects of social media, here are a few of the following that have been heavily associated with the consumption of social media. So that'd be FOMO, depression, anxiety, comparison of your life to other people's as well as your body, cyberbullying, etc. So, although social media can bring about positive avenues and it can be used for support, creativity, and new friendship, I think it is safe to say that social media has affected mental health of people around the world negatively. Social media worldwide needs to show more of real life and less of this perfect life and model physique nonsense. So by doing this, I think people's standards will be lowered, and I mean, this just is kind of a worldwide thing, while also exposing how much of the world is truly just a show through social media. So the reason why we need to be aware of this is because the overall problem and controversy at hand is this idea that social media is denotating the mental health or deteriorating the mental health of social media consumers. So the reason why I say this is because social media has been heavily linked to the increase of suicide, suicidal thoughts, depression, loneliness, anxiety, and self-harm acts. In the Help Guide article that I was researching, they specifically mentioned how social media highlights all the best parts of people's lives and not just the worst. Therefore, creating a lot of insecurity amongst people who view that kind of content. So, most content is manipulated anyways, and that creates just like a deep envy amongst people. You know, people's bodies are edited, there's filters, and people just become really envious. I think the problem could be the solution though, because instead of posting fake content, let's post real content. Maybe show the not so glamorous side of your life. Not everything has to be, touched up and edited. So just take time for yourself, and detox from media can also be a great way. So I think the overall end goal is just to be more real and to expose social media at all costs. I did stumble upon this TikTok account that posts the edited pictures of models and then the unedited. And underneath the airbrush and Photoshop pictures, you see people that are just like you. You see acne, stretch marks, which are all things to be proud of. It just kind of really shows the truth behind these photos, and it's so it's such like a weight lifted off your shoulders. I did also find another article that talks about influencers such as Chessie King. She says that her goal is on Instagram is to break up your perfect feed. This means that King, she just includes pictures of herself with her stomach rolls, unflattering angles, sweaty, face, sweaty selfies, all that kind of stuff, just to show that, you don't have to be posed and perfect all the time. Obviously, there's less Photoshop and editing going on today since influencers have been stepping up to the plate, like Chessie King, but I still feel like there is a way to go. So something that I did see on Instagram was supermodel, she's a Victoria's Secret model, Winnie Harlow, posted an Instagram story. She has 9 million followers on Instagram. And she posted, "Oh, summer's coming, time to start eating salads." That is obviously a really big issue because she has 9 million followers. There's so many people that are probably battling eating disorders, and to see that kind of content is obviously going to play a really big role. So I think we just need to kind of take a step back and realize that it is, everything is photoshopped and that everyone's bodies aren't perfect the way they are. So kind of with my visualization, I think imagine how different the world would be without the pressure of social media. How happy would we be? How irrelevant the comparisons to others would be. It'd be absolutely insane if social media all of a sudden just up and left. But in an article by Abby Schubert, she discusses the benefits you can receive once getting rid of social media. She discusses that you're gonna get so much more work done than usual. It's gonna be at a faster pace. And then a professor, Joanne Cantor, says the thing about social media is that it constantly interrupts us. Productivity times can be reduced by nearly 40% when you keep checking through social media and the task at hand. And also this just kind of releases a stress hormone called cortisol, and it's constantly increasing when we're subconsciously aware of other things going on social media and you're not on your phone. So it's just a big stress factor. Some people are going to say that, yeah, social media, it is motivating to see skinny models all the time. That it'll motivate me to work out, whatever. But in reality, unfortunately, all those things are super unattainable and just aren't healthy. It sets you chasing after these unrealistic goals that will never be reached. So things that I think we can do for this, I think that we should, you know, we need to implement a Photoshop free world. No filters, no blemish remover, none of that stuff. So an easy thing that you can first do is normalize beauty, you know, in unposed photos, you know, silly pictures where you can see stomach rolls, all those kinds of things. Just kind of normalize it. Something not as easy, what I think there just needs to be an app where you cannot, you know, can't filter anything, you can't use blemish remover, like nothing. Like in the app, the picture needs to be taken, posted right how it is. There can't be any editing. So, I mean, the pictures has to be posted right then there. No one can edit, and it can just be posted, and everyone can see what everyone looks like naturally. Hard thing is just stop photoshopping on models. That's gonna be something that's gonna always probably be around. You know, it's gonna be hard to like convince Vogue like to stop photoshopping their models and editing them and bringing in their waists and fixing their bodies around. So that's obviously going to be something hard that, you know, we can't control, but eventually hopefully we can get the point across that photoshopping is impacting mental health of so many people. So overall, my main points are just that social media affects our mental health, whether you think it does or not. And it mainly comes from the aspect of social media being a highlight reel, and that it is edited, photoshopped, and filtered. So I just think that this should matter too, because it is the problem that is, you know, deteriorating the minds of youth as we know it, and it's instilling a fake image of what life actually looks like. So I just think we all need to help bring the real back to media.